Seattle Kraken have signed their first ever player, Mario, and his name is Luke Henman. He was drafted by the Carolina Hurricanes back in 2018. He was a fourth round draft pick. He was also the team captain and lead scorer for Blainville-Boisbriand Armada, which is the school he came from. Um, and yeah, Mario, this comes after the Kraken finished their final payment on April 30th. We made a video about that, so we'll leave it in the description down below. They're set to enter next season for the NHL. They're also holding the expansion draft on July 21st, which applies the same rules that the Vegas Golden Knights did when they were in the expansion draft back in 2017. And I have a quote from Ron Francis. It says, and I quote, "Our scouts have been watching players all year. In this case, Mike Bronson, who's a scout, has been a strong supporter for Luke. Robert Cron and Tony McDonald like him too. Luke has put up the numbers in the queue, and he is the team captain. He has solid character. We do think he needs to get stronger. We are excited to sign him as our first player." And again, they made their final payment of $650 million expansion fee on April 30th. So before I pass on to you, Mario, this article was written by Emily Kaplan, who is an ESPN staff writer. So I'll let you start off first, Mario.
Well, first of all, I want to give a special congratulations to Luke Henman because now he has officially became the first ever signee of the Seattle Kraken. So I got to give him a special congratulations. So whenever you're doing some like trivia game or whatever, and the question is who was the first ever signee of the Seattle Kraken, Luke Henman is your answer. Okay. Now, obviously, it didn't work out for him in Carolina, but they seem like they have a lot of confidence in this kid. You know what I'm saying? Um, Now, again, I don't know if I can find any stats on him. Actually, Nate, if you could find stats on him, that'd be great. It'll save me time. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but if not, it's all good. But yeah, I mean, the Seattle Kraken, I mean, it's officially going to become a team, and you're going to see a lot more signees, and we can't get to them all because obviously they got to make a whole NHL team. However, these signees, though, it's gonna be a lot of teams letting go of players that are gonna be going to the Seattle Kraken themselves. So who knows? Who knows who else they're gonna get? Do I expect them to make a huge impact like the Las Vegas Knights did in their first season? No, I don't think that's ever going to happen again. And I don't think it's going to happen again in any sport, I mean, it could happen within like 2 years as they made it, or 3 years, but definitely not in the first year. That's crazy. But I mean, Ron Francis, I mean, he's doing it so far. He signed his first guy, and we'll see how it goes from there. Um, Now, the one thing I'm going to be very curious, I'm going to be paying attention to is who's going to be that coach. That's the one thing, because there are a few coaches out there, but like I said, I talked about the Blue Jackets, and I talked about the Arizona Coyotes. I've talked about them. You got to get these coaches quick, and I think I'm going to be honest with you. Even though I would love the Blue Jackets to get like a first pick, the first pick at those coaches, or grab one of the best coach available, I think it's up to the Seattle Kraken to do it. I think they're the most important team to do it because they are an expansion team. They signed that $650 million expansion fee to become a new team, which is absolutely incredible. And we're gonna see how this works, Nate. But right now, there's really not a lot to talk about. Unless, did you find any stats on him?
Um, no, not with the NHL because he hasn't played on that level yet.
Right. Okay.
Um,
So right.
yeah. So
Um.
he, as of right now, this year he has 43 points with the uh Bois Brand Armada.
Boisbriand. Boisbriand.
Brand Armada. He has 43 points with them in 16 games. Oh, wait, no, never mind. 32 games. My bad. All right.
All right. So I mean, he seems like a very good player. You know what I'm saying, Nate? He seems like a very, very good player, and I think the future is bright for Seattle, for him and Seattle Kraken. So with that being said, I wish the Seattle Kraken the best of luck. I wish Luke Henman the best of luck again. Congratulations on becoming their first ever signee, and we'll see how it works with the Seattle Kraken throughout the years.
Right. Best of luck to Luke Henman and the Seattle Kraken. A couple more stats, Mario. He played in 32 games. He has overall 43 points, 16 goals, and 27 assists. So he looks to be a pretty promising player, Mario.
Yeah, it's
Um,
pretty good stats for 32 games.
yeah, yeah, it is. And again, he's 21 years old, so that's definitely something he has on his side. He hasn't played on the NHL level before, so I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure how it's gonna work. Um, Maybe he will actually play for the team because again, I don't know if they have any. I don't know if the Kraken have any affiliates yet. It's also another thing that I think of the AHL, which is the NHL's affiliate, just like how the MLB has the MILB, the minor leagues. So I'm not so sure because he's most likely going to end up playing on the roster. Because I'm not sure if they have affiliates yet. So, um, but yeah, obviously he hasn't played on the NHL level, so they got to experiment. They got to see what's going on with that. And whatever they find out with him and how well he does, I do wish him the best of luck with that. As for the Seattle Kraken, get started because the West is stacked. You got the Golden Knights, you got the Avalanche. The Blues made a relatively decent comeback. They're in the playoffs now. The Minnesota Wild are still a good team, and you got the Canada teams, the ones that represent the West. That is, I'm trying to think. I know the Jets represent the West, the Winnipeg Jets. Um, I can't. Oh, the Calgary Flames. That's where they are. So yeah. So you got a couple of Canadian teams as well. So my advice to you: get who you can. Make sure that team is stacked and get to competing because it's gonna be pretty hard to compete in the West. So with that being said, best of luck to the Seattle Kraken. Best of luck to Luke Henman in the Seattle Kraken uniform, and I can't wait to see how this turns out.